right. This rally has just been relentless, and I don't know. I've said it before. Let's zoom out to a 10:30. Okay. Big moves generally happen pre-market. There's a rally here pre-market and this little pop and then rejection, but I don't remember what day this was. I think it was the day after FOMC. So FOMC had a big effect because it happened during the market being open. Yesterday we had another collapse. I mean the day after. But we had this rally here, much of it occurring during the market. So that was that Friday where I missed out, of course, on some serious profits as usual. Oh my God, okay. That was the Friday. This was Monday. This was Tuesday when we had our dip. And of course, look at this. Look at all of this rally here. I'm gonna zoom in here from 393 to 403. So a 10-point rally. Yet out of those 10 points, 393 to 396, that's 3 points on Monday or Tuesday. 398, and I don't know if I really can count this because pre-market it got up to almost 400, then dropped. But anyways, 398 to 401, so another 3 points. So it's a 10-point rally, and really half of it happened after market. I mean, look, 394. All right, we'll do the close at 395, and we open at 399. So a 4-point move when the market's closed. Now I'm going to start from the bottom here, 400 to 403, and a 3-point move when the market closed. So I don't know, man. If you're a futures trader like Adam Mancini and you went long here and you were able to go long with multiple contracts, you would have exited, based on the resistances for ES, so 4040 and 4055. Although it got higher than that, it got to 4060. And again, I'm upset because I got into this option. Oh my God, dude. I got into this option, I think it was like here at 58. No, this is the pullback I wanted to get into. I wanted to get in at 48, so it was around here at 58. Now, if you held this option, I think most people would have probably sold here at least, assuming they didn't have a stop loss that would have been kicked in here. Probably I would think I would have sold here, but this is the thing about options, man. And it's something I posted in my video description yesterday. Sometimes it seems like it's not even worth using a stop loss, but most of the time it seems like the best option strike to pick is always one that's at the money or in the money. So this is yesterday's expiration. When price bounced yesterday, it was at 398, right? So let's choose 398 as our option. All right, there's the pullback I wanted, and this is where I would have gotten in. Let's say I got in at 180, okay? Chances are at 180, I would have my stop loss maybe at like 130, maybe 120 or something. We got down, well, here. You want your stop loss to be somewhere maybe around here. So let's say we put our stop loss at like 135. You're in at 175, okay? Or 180. You're in at 180. You're risking 50 bucks. And you just hold it until Adam Mancini's target, and boom. There you've made well over 100% of your profits. Well, no, not well over. 180 and 180 is 360, I'm sorry. So if you held at the target, you would have made 100%, close to 100% of your profits. Anyways, I don't know. I have no real plan at this point. I would need to now take the time to figure out the levels now between SPY and ES. And I did read Adam Mancini's newsletter yesterday, but I don't think I adjusted the levels higher than 4,100 because I didn't think we are going to get that high so soon. So 4085 is now the target and the resistance. So this means, let's get rid of this. This is 4085 right here. Around about there. And this is a major resistance. 4055 was the target yesterday. We got to that and slightly higher. We got to actually 4060, which was support last night. Oh no, this is at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, it bounced off of 4062 specifically. And it looks like that is now a support. Yeah, it's right about here. I don't know if it's major or not. I don't think it was. Well, I do have it listed as major, so right, one of these needs to go. Let's get rid of the 4045. All right. Now, Adam Mancini's tweet. Waiting for Twitter to open, hitting alert, hitting his info. Alright, his target was 4070 actually. Plan today 4085 resistance, 4070 support. Alright, I'm gonna add a support on ES for 4070 because I didn't have one before. But I also believe 4062 is a support. In fact, if I was going to make a bullish plan, I would go long on any pullbacks to 4062 or 4055. Now 4072, where would that be here? It looks like it's right about here. Because the candles in SPY look different than they do on ES. So it's kind of hard to determine exactly where this would go. And this is just a rough guess, so 4070. Alright, it was raining last night, which is great, and because of that, I know it doesn't make sense. I mean, yes, it does make sense when you're in your car and you have your air conditioning on. When it rains, it's colder, right? But part of the reason is because of the humidity outside. But one would think that these fancy hurricane impact windows, I shouldn't be able to feel the effects of the humidity outside, but I guess I do. So when it rains outside at night, it's cooler in my apartment, so it's cold. And it looks like we might have more rain today, which I love. I love it because the noise of rain hitting the window, especially in the Roach Motel I used to live in, since I was on the third floor and it's a 3-story building, since my neighbors are so obnoxious and noisy, and also the traffic, the noise of the traffic on the street, because it was right off of a main street. Indian Creek is sort of a main street on the beach, and there's always cars revving their engine and racing down the road. So when it would rain, since the building was cheap and it seemed like there was like the roof was just a tin roof, it made constant noise, like the sound of rain. So that background sound of rain was relaxing and distracting. Um, all right. I don't really have any bearish plan, to be honest. We're already at resistance and we're sort of hovering there. I think Adam and Sini did say uh, plan today 4085 resistance, 4070 support. Bulls want to base under 4085, which sets up 4100 next. I think I did. I'm going to zoom out on my ES for a moment and see if I 4100. Well, I have 4105 here. I'll keep that there. Typically, Adam and City doesn't try shorts unless a major level is lost. So if 4085 turns out to be strong resistance and we break below 4070 and then 4062, then he would take a short planning on, which from what I understand is like a 40% win rate. They're not very good win rates, because a lot of times there's false breakdowns. So breakouts and breakdowns have a 40% win rate, but false breakout and breakdowns have a higher win rate apparently. So if we break below, although I know he didn't say this is a level, but what is the next level down, by the way? After 4070, it's 4055. Why don't I have that? Oh, here, it's 40. I'm curious if this weekly where, no, no, we actually pushed up to here. I want to mark this level. What was that level? It was like 4061. Okay. Oh, well, this is where I have 4062 marked. Now I'm starting to think I may have to put this down a little bit more because we hit 4061 here. No, but I think I have this exactly where it needs to be. So, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone. All right. So yeah, as far as a bullish plan, I'm afraid I don't really have one. I'm certain, I don't look at RSI, but I'm certain RSI is stretched out to nowhere. But that doesn't really mean that it can't continue to go long. Um, I have to wait for a retest. I have to see a pullback. I bet Trade Brigade is talking about gap fills, and there's no gap fill here. I say that now, watch today, we come all the way back and gap fill this. We'll drop down to the weekly and then bounce. Well, so be it. I'm not taking any trades unless we pull back, a demand is formed, retested, and then we go. But anyways, man, I was happy about just being green because I've been red so often, but there's no point in being happy about being green when the green is so small. It doesn't even make a difference. It barely pays for your commission for the past few days. So I don't know. But at the same time, it's hard to get mad at myself because if I got in at 58 and price fell all the way down to 30, you know, really the best time to have gotten in would have been to wait till later in the day and then gotten in here. Or, no, never mind. I was gonna say if I had gotten in lower, but it doesn't matter where I would have gotten in here. I wouldn't have any money to add to my position, which is what I was thinking of. I would need, I only had 70 bucks. I would need at least 100 to be able to add to the position, sadly. Anyways, I guess we can analyze VIX for a bit. And once again, my chart on the other screen looks different. Here, this line I found here, this channel, it looks like VIX is riding on top of that channel. No, it's kind of in between. Here, it looks like we're under. Okay, that looks about somewhat similar with a 515. Excuse me. All right. If I remember, when I let's make this bigger. When I wanted to look at our lowest point before, that was February, right? And we got to 17. My God, dude. I gotta do some laundry, man. Interesting. Look, I put it on 90, and now we're above this line. This is just. I wish someone can tell me if there's a way I can fix this. I mean, this doesn't happen in TradingView. Why is it when I change the time frame, the trend line changes, everything changes, the price changes, everything? I don't get it. This is just ridiculous. The higher the time frame I go, the further the price goes away from this trend line. Just ridiculous, man. I don't know. I'm just so fed up with this program. Anyways, I came here to analyze this, and I really can't think of anything to say. It looks like, interestingly, on the 30-minute, this level held, and we kept projecting from it. I would say we would like to see a pullback to this line, but we're already there. And at the rate we're going to make a new low. Oh my God, dude. We're gonna make a new low here. Why do I have to go 90 days back to be able to put February on the map when it was literally last month? Well, we're about 2 points away from making a new low. Wow, was this FOMC? I don't remember. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really have anything to add for VIX. It's just VIX is overdrawn. It needs to pull back somewhere before I can take this long. And the only spots I see is this daily, which is already there, or yesterday's 4-hour, which I doubt it would go there because then we'll lose whatever gains we made yesterday or overnight. So I don't know if I can really rely on VIX here. Unless it just chops like Adam Mancini says, and we just stay just below this daily. And then later we push further down to the next daily, I guess. And maybe to the bottom of this channel. But again, where this channel is compared to price action changes depending on what time frame you're looking at. Well, the hour and the 4-hour seems to look about the same. Let's try the daily. And it looks about the same. So on the higher time frames, it looks about the same distance. Although on the hour, it looks pretty far away compared to the others. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, and the 30 looks really far away. So I guess if I can rely on this program, this may be where our target. We may be falling down to the bottom of this channel. But on a 515, we are there. On a 1030, we are there. Let's try a 361. Yeah, it's about the same. Any time frame higher than an hour, it looks like we're not there, or at an hour or higher. Oh no, if I use the 90 and the 30, this is the furthest. But again, if I go to a 1030, we're already there. So I don't know. I really don't know. And again, on ES, I mean, I already put the levels in SPY, so I'm repeating myself here. Possible bounce, confluent with VWAP. Possible bounce, a better one that I would like to see. This needs to hold. I think this is the last ditch spot for bulls. If this fails, we might have a hard sell. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, I spent too much time on this. I got some work I already have to do. Okay, bell just rung, and I don't know, man. It seems to me like it's most logical to assume that we're gonna get a pullback. Where, I don't know. How much, I don't know. But I was curious and decided to look at the 403 put, which obviously I can't afford right now. But look at this volume, 3,000, 2,000, almost 3,000, 2,500 here. It's actually increasing because the candle is about to close. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know how far this will pull back, but you know what? Watch now that I'm looking at for a pullback, it won't really happen. It might maybe make it to halfway to the next zone. Probably won't even form a demand. It might just start rallying from here. Who knows? Today's what, Thursday, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry to waste video time just doing this, but I'm just curious. Um, Look at that. Yep, turned right around. If the target is 4,100, that would be 406 here, right? I think that makes sense. I don't know. We'll wait and see. For now, VIX, I want to see what's going on with VIX. Oh, looks like we may get a pullback to this daily and then reset. All right, so I'm going to put an alert because the chances are I'm going to be distracted. I don't know. I could have swore. I mean, you guys saw the video. Rewind it for me. Did I not change it to above? Create alert? Or maybe I changed it to below like a moron. All right. Okay. Oh my God, I keep doing this. You can tell I didn't sleep well last night. We're gonna try 4 or 5 for now. Look at that, another swing. Since Tuesday, swings would be the way to go, man. Taking a swing. Okay. So let's see if we come back up to this daily, maybe peak just slightly above it, form a supply here, and we're looking for a demand. This is what I want to do, change this to SPY, to form somewhere. I would like it to go down to here. So we'll see. But like Adam Mancini says, to continue higher, we want to see bulls base under 4085, or he didn't say this, but I wonder if he would accept this as well, or have a bit of a cool off and a retest at a previous level. All right, I'm trying to put things on. Yeah, clean rejection at 4085 for now. We're forming a supply. If this retests and then pulls down, I wonder how far it will go. We'll have to see. But I'm curious, those thousands and thousands of puts that were bought, how are they feeling right now? I guess they're feeling pretty confident. That little turnaround fake out probably stopped out some people who are in puts, and it's going to push lower. If this breaks below VWAP, probably going to see a decent fall. Let's see where we are on the VIX. Yeah, the VIX moves a bit slower compared to SPY, which I actually like. All right. Well, we dip down to this SMA, new candle forming, and could this be... Hold on, I just realized my other chart's on an hour. Let me put that to a 30. And we still haven't gotten our alert on VIX, so it hasn't pulled back that much as I hoped it would. But it looks like we're starting a possible new demand zone. I don't want it to. I want this to be at best maybe a pullback to retest the supply to pull down, to push down further. I don't want to take this long. It's not. I mean, there's no rational justification for me to say this, but I don't feel comfortable taking this long unless it pulls back more. I think that is the rationale, right? That makes sense. Sometimes I think the market does this on purpose, though. It knows that FOMO has set in for a lot of people, and some will buy in, but most won't because they don't want to risk a rug pull, and the market makers will just keep pushing it higher anyways, knowing that the higher it goes, the more people are less likely to join in. I don't know if that makes sense. If I'm just pulling that out of my bum, I don't know. But there's a lot about the market I don't fully understand, to be honest. So I really can't. I don't know how much of my comments are, how much validation you can give to my comments. But yeah, this candle just started, so let's see how this forms. Let's see if this finishes up. We want to see the reaction at 4085, what kind of reaction we get there, or if this can even go back up, because for all we know, there's probably a bunch of orders, sell orders here waiting. So we'll have to see. All right, check this out. I wish I had my video playing to show this, but this is fascinating. This candle, I know it's ending soon, but this candle started with a powerful green push up. And what I thought was weird is as this candle was pushing up, VIX was still pushing upwards. It was still going up. And I couldn't understand how VIX was going up, yet this was going up at the same time. But it turned around. It turned around, and it turned around hard. So remember I said this was a supply zone that formed right at our 485 resistance? And you know what? I need to move this. This is, I'm still not quite sure where 485 is, but it looks like, no, you know what? It'll help if I put this on a 30, because I'm looking at my ES on a 30 on the other chart. Yeah, I think that's right. That should be where the 485 resistance is. Remember what I said earlier about a possible put at 403? Check it out. When we had that spike above, And see, I don't know. I really wish I had MK or Coach Wendy. My question is, you know what? I think I'm answering my question. I keep talking about a retest of the supply zone, but then there are times where the wick spikes below or above the zone, and then you have to ask, is the zone now invalidated because price moved past it? But since price closed below the zone, then I guess that means it's not invalidated. It still is in effect, and the zone works, and this is a false breakout. This is a textbook false breakout. It'll probably show better, that's Adam Mancini. It'll probably show better on a 5 minute candle. But yes, this is a textbook breakout of the 485 resistance, and now we have a nice strong pullback. And now we're getting to our 4070, um, well, not demand zone, but support zone. But look, if you had if you had a buy-in here and this spike down, you're able to get in, or even if you didn't, you saw this false breakout and you decided I'm going to go ahead and try and get in. Um, and this is 5 minutes. Let's put it on 1 minute. Let's say you decide to get in here. Oh, let's go back to the 5 minute. Let's see if MK strategy would work. See, MK strategy you would need a retest. There's no retest here. Although again, technically speaking, MK strategy you wouldn't be trading now. You would trade only after 10:30. But yeah. So anyways, this would have been a decent little put to probably get about 100% profits with that little drop. All right. So now we're at 4070. Let's read Adam Mancini's tweet. The prophet has spoken. After Tuesday's 4K failed breakdown to trigger longs in ES, it is up 100 points in 2 days with no dip. This continues until a support fails, and first test is now. 4070 remains support, 4085 resistance. Bulls must hold 4070 to keep run going to 4100. 4070 fails, we dip to 4048. 4048. I have 4055 as my next support. I don't want to adjust that. I may add the 4048. Yeah, I think I see where 4048 would be support. I'm going to add that. I don't know which one is major or not. I could have swore 4055 was major. All right. Man, I was on the phone for a while with my friend, and I thought, I'm missing out on this long. I thought about, oh yeah, this is a retest, because that's what it looked like. This initially, this candle looked like a retest of this demand, and it was gonna go long. It was gonna rally, but it turned around and turned into, in fact, a retest of the supply. Let's see if I can find 4048 now on SPY compared to the VIX. Sorry. All right, 4062, I've got that one, right? 4048 is right about, oh God, hold on. Let me put this on a 30. We made a 30-minute supply yesterday. Okay, so this is 40. Oh, I already have it. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. It's right here. Okay. So if this fails, then we'll drop to here, and that's quite the drop. Man, if it does drop, I'm starting to really wish I had taken this short. It would be nice if this comes back and does a retest of the supply one more time, but I don't think we're gonna get that. And let's take a look at the VIX. Yeah, man, I got my alert here, but it certainly did not bounce here. It just fell. fascinating though how much the VIX moved for such a small move, seemingly on let me see if I can maximize and back this to a 515. So this might be the next spot for VIX here. And this will finish this gap right here. So I think I need to try and look at an opportunity to get in short. All right. I can't go in short at this strike anymore, obviously. I need this to pull back some. And if it does go down here, that's going to be 400. Let's see. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm just, wait, not 400, 399. Oh, no, yeah, 400, 400. Okay. So let's put this back. No, no, no. All right. Great. Now looks like we're forming a demand. Well, like Adam Mancini says, if we want this to go higher, the bulls need to protect 4070. It looks like that's what they're going to do. Okay, so then let's try this scenario. We may form a demand here. We'll get a retest, hopefully, and then we can go long. We're 5 minutes into this candle, so let's see. You know what, let me just go ahead and put it now. I'll take it off if it fails. So if this demand forms, our pullback that I want to see, this is 42.97. I want to see 4317. I think I said I'll do a 20-cent zone. So I want to see a demand pullback somewhere here. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, because really I would like to see a much stronger reaction from the bulls here, and this is a very strong reaction in my opinion. I should make Adam Mancini's levels larger. And then the major zones, I kind of forget which one is the major. Oh, it's been quiet for a while. I should have expected something coming up soon. All right, I gotta do that. All right, so yeah, this is the scenario we're going to look for. We're going to see if this forms a good strong demand. It looks like it is starting to form a good candle, a good strong demand structure. We get a retest, so I'm going to go ahead and put the alert here for the retest. What did I say? 97. That's 10 cents. That's 20 cents here. So we're looking to get back in here. I would like this candle to, of course, close above this. I may have to take the alert off until after this closes. I'll just keep it on there for now. I gotta take care of this assignment. You know, I will say this: if I wasn't doing this whole supply demand thing, if I just did Adam Mancini's levels, if I had a buy-in right at 4070, his level, and I just got in right here, forget the whole supply demand again. Let's say I got in at 50, right? Look, I would already be up $30 in profit. Bulls needed to hold 4070. They absolutely did. They absolutely did. And look at that. So if I just played his levels only and I didn't care about this whole strategy, I'm not dogging MK strategy, but I'm just saying if I just focused only on Adam Mancini's levels and just did level to level, and I took a couple options again, like I said, I couldn't afford to do more than 2, obviously, but I took a couple options. No, I put a buy-in right here. I'm like, all right, this is resistance, this is the next support. I'll risk a couple options, and I have a buy-in. I could have gotten in right at the bottom, let's say at 45, and sold, If this can get up there, and I don't see why it won't, there it is. Sell at 85. Done. Done. 100% profits, whatever you put in. You want to buy 10 options? Fine. You just made 400 bucks. Two options, 80 bucks, and so on. What does kind of concern me is how quickly they brought this back up, though. But yeah, like Adam Mancini says, they want to base under this level. So this will be a good day to scalp. And this isn't really a scalp. This is 100% profits almost. So let's see if they base for the rest of the day. I don't know. Here's a possible scenario. We may chop between these two levels the rest of the day. Maybe a couple fake drops below and above. And then the actual rally doesn't happen until tomorrow. That's a possible scenario. But I have to try and stick with my strategy. If we come back and retest this demand, then I'll try and take it long. Targeting here for a sell to see how much I can make. Or if I see a spike below, a false breakdown, I might try that as well. I'll have to see. But my worry is if I get in way up here where I have this alert, and then we do have a false breakdown, then I have to decide whether to hold and risk a bigger loss or, sell at the demand zone. So that's the risk. But I like these false breakouts and breakdowns. So anyways, we'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, I need to go make something to eat. I'm thinking to make a smoothie, which I went to go get milk at the grocery store. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing because um, I found the chocolate milk that I usually get at Whole Foods. They moved it to a different location, and it was like $4.50 for half a gallon of chocolate milk. But then I thought, you know what? The good milk that I buy, the milk that doesn't cause me any problems with my stomach, because I always thought I was lactose intolerant until I started drinking quality milk, is like $9 and for the gallon. So I decided just to go ahead and get more of the quality milk instead of buying Whole Foods cheap milk, because the 365 chocolate milk sometimes makes my stomach feel ugh. The other milk doesn't. But I bought 2 gallon milks of the good milk, and I was laughing because when I went to the cashier, this actually this adorable girl that started working there when about the time I left. Um, she's always sweet. She's like sunshine. But I put the cartons of milk on there and I said, "Hey, there we go. That's 18 bucks of milk, almost 20 bucks of milk." And she looked shocked. She's like, "What? Really? Why?" And I explained to her, unfortunately, milk A to me has better protein. B, once I started drinking milk with my training, I feel like I heal better. C, like I just said, I thought I was lactose intolerant until I started buying quality milk, and I explained that to her. And she says, she thinks she's lactose intolerant. She's gonna try that milk. But anyways, um, now with that milk, I can make a quality smoothie, and I think I'll make either an omelet or no, I'm gonna make an egg sandwich. And I like that breakfast, even though it's kind of heavy and pretty high in fat, because the bacon and the egg and the oatmeal, I'm not the oatmeal, the peanut butter that I put in my oatmeal smoothie, those are all high in fat. But um, I'm I'm not fat, I'm not really in great shape, but for my age, it's not bad. And fat is I in the 90s when I was in running track and whatever in school. Um, the 90s nutrition, they kept saying that fat is the enemy, fat is terrible, fat is bad, avoid fat. Then they started creating these fake fat things. I don't remember, like they'll have potato chips with fake oils or something. I forget what it was called. And then we learned that that oil doesn't digest fully in your stomach and will sometimes come out your bum. Ugh. And now with more science, more education, we realize fat is actually good for you and you need it. especially for hormonal support. Da 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 da. Anyway, so I'm going way up in tangent. I'm sorry. Um, the only pullback we got was down to here, where this got to about say 60 something and didn't quite make it as high. You see, we had a spike above, which got us to about 100 for this option here. Um, you know, I just had a thought. If this is going to spike up tomorrow, and we're looking at 4100 as the next target, okay, let's take a look at tomorrow, 406, and let's see if this can get below 50. I doubt it's gonna happen, but let's see if we can get a dip below 50. Oh my God, sorry. I wanted to do an alert. That's fine. But let me, you know what, watch this. Let's go back to no, you know what, let's do Friday, right? This is Friday the 31st, yes? Let's do Friday at 4:04. That's where we are now. And let's look at the 5-minute, 5-day. So in terms of, this is what I find just fascinatingly weird about options. So this is Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Tuesday, if you did a swing, I think I did show this before, at 20 bucks, if you sold early, you would have made, 600 bucks or 60 bucks, sorry. But if you kept holding it all the way until today, look how much you would have made. And I don't know, tomorrow we might go even higher. So I don't know, I'm just wondering, what was that I picked? It was 406. Yeah, I'm wondering if I can get in at a lower point, if this dips back down, or even better yet, spikes below and then recovers quickly, if I can get back in an option for tomorrow's expiration, and then risk holding it for a swing to see how high we can go tomorrow. But this needs the base. And oh, by the way, I just looked at VIX. VIX, we're now, looks like chopping just below this 4-hour zone. It's funny, I thought coming back down here would bring us back down to where we were yesterday, but clearly it didn't. So it seems VIX doesn't really move in the same proportion as SPY and ES, which I find interesting. I think this is the third time I've adjusted this 4-hour zone. I'm going to adjust it a little bit more. Okay. So yeah. So suddenly now, look, we made it back. You know what? I'm going to do it here. You see, we made it back. Oh no, this proportion doesn't look good. Oh, that's because I have it on the minute. Okay. Still looks weird. Anyways, drop from 4085 to here. That was this. But then we made it right back up to 4085. That was this, or this. So we're 4085 before here on VIX this morning, and then we rejected, and now we're back. So it's interesting, even though we're back to where we were, 4085, the VIX is still high. I don't know, I just find it interesting. But anyways, sorry, let's put this back to where we were. Let's go back to today's option at 404. And let's see if this, I'll put an alert here and see if this gets back below. I actually want this to go even lower. And I'm gonna put this alert even lower actually. No, you know what, I shouldn't. I'll just leave it as it is. But yeah, we're doing exactly what Adam and Sini said bulls need to do, is the base under 4085 for the majority of the day before the push forward. And I guess we'll have another day where it's just going to really rally overnight. Taking swings for the past 2 days would really have paid off. But anyways, so of course, while I'm in the kitchen, I get the alert that one of the options, the one on Friday, went below 50. I came here and saw I have several assignments I got to do, and this didn't pull back as far as I would like, to be honest, but I'm probably being picky. I should have just jumped in. But I did put my, I did give myself the 20 cent range. It didn't quite make it down there. It may later on today, for all I know. I'll have to wait and see. But let me go ahead and re-enter that Friday. Was it the 404? I think it was the 404. No, no, it wasn't. It was the 406. And I had put my alert at 51, and there it is. It just kicked in. And I could have gotten in here. I don't know how much higher this is going to go, but I have a feeling this is going to make another lower high. Because it's lower high, lower high, lower high. So I'm going to put the alert again. Let's try below 47. I don't know if it's gonna go down that low, but we'll see. And I'm probably burning my bacon right now, so yeah, I love how all these alerts are coming only when I'm in the kitchen. And I just got the alert on my phone like almost a minute later. So the alert for my alert here finally kicked in. So the question is, do we use today's or do we use Friday's? And oh, look, let's look at VIX real quick. Right back here. I still would like to see a spike just below here before going long. I know I'm maybe being greedy and I want this to go a little bit lower, but I think I want another retest of 4070 before I try going long. I'm sorry, maybe I'm missing out on the chance. Maybe this is where I should be getting in now. I'm probably going to hate myself later for not doing it, but I want to see a greater drop. Maybe even just below this demand to form another demand closer to the 4070 level. Really, truly, I should have just traded here at the 407. Oh, sorry, I just got the other alert, and for some reason it was much louder than the last one. I should have traded here with today's expiration when I think it was like 48, 45, and sold at 100. That would have been beautiful. Or 95 or something, but woulda, coulda. I want to see a closer test here. And I think, let's see what this would be worth. Yeah, I want to see a test like around 40. Let's see if we can get down to there. Because my fear is if I get in now as opposed to later, and if this is going to base all day, then theta is going to eat away at the premium and my value is going to go down. So my investment, I'm going to start being negative just from the chop for the rest of the day. I want to try and catch the bottom, but I want to try and catch it if it happens later on today, and then take the swing and see what happens, if that makes sense. And I might put an alert on VIX. I want to see if we get back below this level. It is above, right? Okay. So somewhere around about here. See if we get another spike, and then, hopefully I'll actually hear the alert. Okay, the market gave me what I asked for, and I just wasn't paying attention, and so now I have to ask myself, is it time to get in? I got the spike below. I got the spike above for VIX. But my worry is that it was more than a spike. We're still falling on the VIX. The VIX is still rallying. Sometimes I wonder what would it be like to trade the VIX if I got a call. Hold on. Yeah, if I got a call option on the VIX. No. How do I do this? Option, recent, VIX. No. No. Options, VIX. Okay. If I bought a call option on the VIX and I chose to go up to here to 19, how would that look? Oof. There's like no volume here. Looks like nobody plays this, even though it's in the money. Interesting. I'll forget about that curiosity. That answered my question. All right. Let's go back to Friday at 4:06. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about going long anymore because the VIX keeps rising and by a lot. This is a pretty strong candle. Bulls are doing what they need to do though, and they're keeping it above 407. Well, we dipped below 4070 here. It looked like we were recovering, but we dipped back below again. Oh, I'm talking about the demand. It looked like we're recovering above this demand, but we dipped back below, but they're still keeping it above 4070. Um, if the VIX was not rising, I'll be more comfortable taking this, but it isn't. So, man, I don't know. Sorry, I'm going up. It's nice and cloudy. I actually like. I'm weird. I like cloudy, hazy days like this. When I was a kid, I had fantasies of having my own little home, um, where I can just have my shelter from the rain and just relax and watch the rain. When I was a kid, I guess maybe it's because I had a bad childhood, an abusive childhood. Whenever um, there was a big box, like say a box for a refrigerator or something came in, I would take that box, I would like cut small holes in it, and I would tape it, and it would become like my little home away from home. I would have that box in my room, and I would hide in that box. So I've always liked the idea of having your own small, comfy home. I keep saying small because I don't need anything big, and I think having a big home might stress me out, having to keep it clean and everything. That's why I don't mind a studio. The problem with studios is that they're in apartments. The problem with apartments is just run by other people. I'm imagining like a small home with on a fairly decent sized land where I don't have to hear any other humans. Anyways, so I don't know. This is a make or break moment. Do I take this long despite the fact that VIX is rising? Should I ignore VIX? This is a retest of my demand. My strategy is being met. I don't know. I just have a feeling that I should wait till later in the day to enter and see what happens. It may be too soon to enter. Anyways, my food is waiting for me and I'm starving, so I'll see what happens. Okay, so new demand didn't form. We fell all the way down to 462 almost, and it looks like we're bouncing now. On VIX, we came all the way up to, I don't know what's above here, but oh, there's an hour just slightly above here. We didn't quite reach it, but we're now coming back down. Um, Still not sure about taking this trade long, to be honest with you. I told myself that if I see a level being reclaimed on the VIX and we form a demand, then maybe I'll take it long, but um, it looks like I was right somewhat about before. This, I bet you if I look on a 30, that supply looks even cleaner. Let's take a look. Not much, but still, this is this is clearly attempts to on a 30 to reclaim 4085, or not reclaim. 4085 is clearly a strong resistance, and this is probably a good short right here. Um, yeah, this would have been a good short. I'm not gonna turn around and look at it now, but I'm pretty sure taking a short on the retest of 4085, especially here, would have been a good play. And then, I don't know, if you had more than one option, you can sell one here and sell the other one here. Can this fall down even more? It's possible. If I recall, Adam Mancini's tweet, he said if we lose 4072 or 4070, then our next spot is 4048. So technically we should fall even further down here. So you know what? I wonder if I should change my bias now to being short and look to a drop to 400, or probably 399. Was it 399? No, it's still 400. What would be nice is if this comes up and retests this previous demand, which should now be resistance and fall. But I don't think that's going to happen. In any case, let's put an alert just in case it does. Above, above, above. All right. I want to mention something else too that I observed this morning, but it seems like it's clearer now. Remember that? Let me see if I can increase this. Remember this line I was talking about, the one that looks different depending on every time frame we go to? It looks as though we're rejecting from that in a way. I'm almost wondering if I should adjust it. Let's try looking at a larger time frame. Again, oh my god. I wonder if I should do like a 10-day, 15-minute. Let's see. I haven't done this in so long. I've forgotten how to do it. 10-day, 15 minutes. Let's see if that works. Or I wonder if there's a 15-day, 15-minute. Of course, why would you want to put it in an order of larger to smaller? That would make no sense, right? Okay, so it seems like the longer the time frame I use, the further away this goes. Oh, just so frustrating, man. All right, I don't know. Oh, so you know what? I'm gonna just try and adjust it a little bit lower. Oh my god. Okay. I forget. There's something else about thinkers from that annoys me is you try and adjust the trend line and it just gets all the skewed. Man, just annoying. I don't know. I can't deal with this program. It's so frustrating. But again, I don't know if this is relevant, but it looks like we're rejecting from this as well. But then again, we've been grinding next to it for the last 2 days, it looks like. So maybe it's irrelevant. Maybe I'm just observing something that doesn't matter. I wonder if I should readjust this daily though. I actually put this the other day, if I recall. All right, let's see. No, this is a different daily. Yeah, yeah, okay. No, but I adjusted it because of this one. But maybe I should move it here to follow the wick. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, I don't know what this is. Okay. All right, so one of two things are going to be happening here. This is going to reject here and continue further down, or this is going to be in fact a demand zone that is formed and this is going to continue higher for the rest of the day. This could be what's considered a false breakdown. So just in case, let's go back to our long, which was 406. Bulls have reclaimed 4070. Well, they're about to at least. I mean, we're at 4070 now on ES. So I guess maybe this 4070 is a little off. Oh, whatever. Okay, so this is now no longer the major demand. This is now the major demand, at least for now. This candle, I can't, this should be done in a couple minutes. So yeah, I guess I can. Alright, so we'll see if this retests. Of course, if this does reject from the previous demand or 4070 and falls back down, this could be just a pullback for a further drop. We'll have to see. I don't know. My gut's telling me this is probably not a day to even trade at all, especially after we've rallied so much, 10 points over the past 2 days. So best to just sit back and watch for now, I guess. Quick pushback here, but it does look like we retested the demand zone and we're heading back up. And VIX is coming down after forming a supply that also was retested. So you know what? Let's see what happens. If I get burned, I'm probably going to get burned, but we'll see. VIX is finally coming down, it looks like. If it can make it down to this previous 4-hour, down to here, that would be grand. That would be grand. I don't know if that's going to happen though. I don't know if this holds any relevance from yesterday. I may get rid of it if I want it to be able to pass by this. So it blew going up, it blew past it going down, I'll get rid of it. Problem is, we still haven't regained 4070 on ES. We're right at it. We're at 4070.25 and now 0.5. So it's trying. I just need to be patient and see if this will work itself out. And this is Friday's expiration, so I'm not going to do a stop loss for now. We'll see how this goes, but I'm going to put an alert if we drop below this level, then it may be time to sell. But if we can get above this level where I have this alert, that's good. But again, we're still hovering right around 4070, and we lost it 4069 again. So I'll keep you posted and see what happens, crossing fingers. But for now, let's see where we would have our target. I'm just curious where it would be if we're able to get back up to 4085. Oof, way overestimated that one. Okay. Damn it, I hate having to keep check. I wish I could just put sell here, but it won't work that way. 60. Okay, we're in at 36. Let's try 66. How is 60 way down here, but 66 up there? Whatever, I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Oh my god, I'm so sore from yesterday's workout, man. It was a good workout though. Despite I haven't, sitting like this is terrible. It's not good for your health. Um, and I should, if I was wealthy and I was successful doing this, every morning I would get up and do some cardio. And what I would like to do, since I live on the beach, I've seen people do this and it's pretty cool, is they have like a kayak or something. I don't know if that's really the right term. But you know, the boat with the rows, and it's like a single person boat, and they'll go out onto the inlet and they'll just row there. Um, yeah, I would like to do that. I like non-impact cardio, um, especially at my age. Uh, oh man, I gotta do my language lessons. When I was in my late 20s, early 30s, I would jog practically every day, like 2 or 3 miles every day. I would jog, and I was shredded, man. But I couldn't gain size like muscle. And I remember I had some guy, he didn't know what he's talking about, but I believed him. He said, "Oh, the problem is you're doing too much cardio." And he may be right to some degree, but I know that if you consume enough protein, that should offset that issue. And I wasn't consuming enough protein. I'm not consuming enough protein now. Um, but yeah, a little bit of cardio at least 3 times a week is really good. And I do barely any. So what I do, since I only get to work out like 2 or 3 times a week, is I try to mix up my workout with cardio by doing circuit training. Okay, I'm getting worried now. We're still unable to get 4070. Bulls are trying again and again, and they still can't reclaim it. Mm. And here I am now in the negative. Well, I keep talking about how patience is my biggest issue. I just need to be patient. I remind myself that I'm using tomorrow expiration, which isn't significantly that great. Because theta still hurts because it expires tomorrow. But we'll see. I'll be back and let you know if anything changes. Okay, bad news. It looks like we ended up rejecting at 4070 after all, and this is going down even more. I mean, we're only a few points below 4070, I know, but still, um, not great. And if this does continue to fall further to the next target, which I think was 4048, then this is going to be worth like 15, $10. Because remember, my strike is at 406. That's quite a couple points above right here. So this is not looking good. Um, Once this alert triggers, I'm going to sell and take the hit. What can I do? And unfortunately, of course, that line I mentioned, I mean, I don't know for sure if it's this line or if it's the SMA, but this is turning back around. I was very much hoping that this can just continue falling to this point here, and maybe I could make 15, $20, but that's not what's happening. So this is working its way back up here. Maybe it's possible this might reject and turn around, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and put our stop loss where this alert is, somewhere around about there. 36, 26. I think that's fair. I think that's a loose enough stop loss. $10 loss, unfortunately. Especially a big slap when considering that yesterday I could have made $100+ if I had just stayed in my trade till the end of the day. But you know what? That reminds me, I probably should just not even bother with the stop loss. But again, this thing, if it fails, it's gonna drop. Not here, not even here. It's gonna drop to, where is it? Here. No, here. 4048 is the next spot. So it's a long drop. I don't really want to risk losing that. That being said, is it possible that we can look for a what was this, 4399? The part that pisses me, you know what, I keep thinking this is tomorrow's expiration. I shouldn't be looking at a put for tomorrow's expiration. I should be looking for today and closer in the money. 401. See, look, while we're messing around trying to get past 4070, it never even occurred to me I could have probably taken a short at any indication of a rejection, because look, we just made a supply right here. I could have taken a short and seeing if this will fall even further. Yeah, I should have done that. I should have taken a short on today's expiration. Maybe if we get to like 19, excuse me, and then maybe exited here at 29. So look, this is my level. Demand was formed here, retested, we went back up, but then rejected against this previous level, and now we're falling. Something's telling me I should take this trade, even though it's going to cost me the rest of my account, and that this may just fall, and I may end up making the profit there, and then end up exiting my my position. Yep, I should have done it. All right, let's see if we can get in. Nope, it's too late. Okay, we're in. Let's see if this falls. On VIX, we pushed past that previous level. Sorry, I gotta put this on. No, it's always a charge. I'm just tired of hearing this moron upstairs. It just sounds like a dog is taking a shoe. It's like a dog has a shoelace in the mouth and a dog just keeps flipping the shoe around, knocking it on the floor. That's what it just, I know it's, my imagination may be twisted or weird, but I'm just tired of hearing them thumping around upstairs. The irony is, if this continues to fall, my stop loss and my long will be kicked in, and then I'll lose 10 bucks there. And whatever I make from my put, which probably won't even cover the loss of the call. Unless, of course, this does fall all the way to Adam Mancini's level of 4048. Yeah, I had mentioned before that this is either a demand that's going to form and press up after being retested, or it's going to come up to previous resistance or previous support and then fall. Now look. Oh wow. Just amazing. Now I'm negative both on my put and my call. I've done this trick before where I bought both a call and a put, and I would give them somewhat of a loose stop loss. So let's say my call is a $30 call. I bought my call at $30, and I say the put is at $20. And I'll put my stop loss at $30 call at 20 and my stop loss on the put at 10. And somehow price action would work in such a way, which seems to be counterintuitive, but the price action would work in such a way that it would move to my stop loss on my put, and then I'll lose the put. And then it would turn around and go to my stop loss on the call, and then I'll lose the call. And then I'll lose money on both the put and the call, which I know seems a bit asinine. VIX is on its way to making a new high of the day. We've already made a new low of the day for SPY and ES. ES is at 4062 support from before, but this was not a support mentioned by Adam Mancini, so I'm hoping it will fail and continue dropping. I am debating though about exiting my long early just to save money, but my worry is that this is just gonna, as soon as I exit my long, this is gonna turn around and fly back up. And in fact, at this point, I'm getting tired of waiting for this to fall. I'm probably gonna give myself a tight stop loss for my put right here. But yeah, this is what'll happen. Like this is how I would end up losing money on both ends. And even if, let's say I move my put stop loss further down, let's say I'm in 31, let's say I do 25, right? This is what would happen. It would trigger my stop loss on my call, then immediately pop back up, trigger the stop loss on my put, and then continue one way or the other, either way. And then I'll angrily regret ever having a stop loss at all. It literally sounded like they just dropped a golf ball on the floor, and you can hear the golf ball bouncing. All right, the call is gone. Amazing. Okay, finally. I was gonna say, nope. Bears can't seem to push this below 4062. But remember, my call stop loss just got kicked in, right? What does the market do whenever one of my call stop losses gets filled? What does it do immediately thereafter? Always, almost without fail. Turn around and come back up, right? There we go. It would not surprise me if the rest of the day now this market starts to rally. Now that I sold my call. Incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. This is exactly what I just described. It would keep going down and down and down until my stop loss gets filled for the call. The moment the stop loss for the call option is filled, it'll turn around and then drag itself back up until my stop loss for the put is filled. And then there's been days where I won't put a stop loss for either of them. I'll keep both the put and the call. And you know what the price will do? It'll chop sideways. Just keep chopping sideways. And then the premium ends up decaying for both the put and the call. So even though I have a wide stop loss on both directions or no stop loss at all, I'm still losing money. And look, it's going to work its way up and fill my stop loss. So I'm going to lose 10 bucks on my call, and I'm going to lose whatever this is, 7 bucks on the put. You know, it's funny. I told myself, don't trade today. Today's just going to be a very miserable, frustrating day of trading. And what do? I trade 2 options and lose money on both. It still amazes me that the Bears still can't get this to get below 4062. It's holding stubbornly. And I'm thinking it shouldn't, because Adam Mancini said, and I haven't seen a tweet from him in a while, that if we lose 4070, then 4048 is up next. But 4062 is still holding. I mean, it looks like we've lost it here because I have this labeled as 4062. But if I switch to ES, you can see every time we push below 4062, the bulls push it right back up again. And I think after a while, the bears are going to fail trying to push it down lower, and that's just not going to happen. And it's going to turn around and start to rally. But I'm trying to be patient to give this time to work. But it doesn't seem to be working out. Yep, the bull's going to turn this around. We're now at 4064, and this is going to come up and fill my stop loss, and it'll be a $15, $20 loss for the day. What can you do, man? None of my plans came to fruition. Oh, the stop loss hasn't been kicked in yet, maybe it's possible, and now that I'm uttering out to the universe, the opposite is probably going to happen, but maybe it's possible that the bears can succeed in breaking through 4062 finally, and then this does make its way down to 4048, or at least 4055, which I have as my next support, and I realize I don't have it here. 4055 is probably more like around here. Maybe like right above this weekly. The problem is, again, we're approaching the end of the day and I use today's expiration. The longer it takes the bears to succeed in pushing this down, the more theta is going to kick in and I'm going to end up losing. Amazing, man. Turned around once again. And now what was initially a red 15-minute candle is now green. And yeah, no, this is going to hit my stop loss. I should have known. I mean, of course it would. Of course it would. This is a perfect example how you can choose to go both directions and still lose in both directions. Anyways, while this eventually gets filled, I'm curious where my long would have been. We're at 406 on Friday's expiration. Wow. This is just losing value dramatically. What did I sell it at? 26. And I bought it at 31. Oh well. I think I bought it at 31 down here. And it made it up to 40. Right? When did I buy 31? 1336. Oh wow, I bought it here? No, that doesn't make sense. Are we talking about the put? No, that's the put. The call I bought at 36 at 1 o'clock, 102. 102, 102. So like here is when I bought my call at 36. I actually made it to 40. I could have made $3. And when did I sell it? The stop loss kicked in at 1333. Oh wow. This is one of those rare moments where my stop loss gets kicked in and it hasn't dramatically turned around yet. It will soon. It just needs to fill my stop loss for my put, just a slap in the face, and then it'll rally. Now we're creating a demand right exactly at 402. VIX is creating a no, it already has created a supply, so it's now retesting the supply. So yeah, this is gonna be one of those days. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done. We've lost 20 bucks today. Wonderful. Well, this is going to be my last video because I feel like smashing my computer into the wall and I think it's time to walk away. So I'm not opening up Thinkorswim again. I'm so sick of that app. I'm sick of dealing with that. I mean, it's not Thinkorswim's fault that I'm losing money, but it's my own incompetence, but it's just amazing. So remember, I got into that call option at $36. Well, guess what? It's now worth $34, meaning if I never sold it and just held on to it, I could have at least come close to breaking even at this point, but I'm pretty sure now that bulls have reclaimed 4070, which I can't believe I don't even have this here. Such an idiot. I don't even have it here, I think it's because I had this trend line, and this trend line I was hoping to be the 4070 anyways, or I have 4068, which is close. So it turns out Adam Mancini did mention 4060 on his tweet. I'm not going to read it, but basically he said what I said before. 4070 fails, it's going to go down to the next level. Because he didn't mention 4060 before, even though I had it, I assumed that he might be right and it's going to drop below 4060 and go down to 4048. But in his last tweet, which was about 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago now probably, he did mention 4060. So I should have sold that put while I was still at break even, and I should have held on to my call option. And chances are we're going to work our way back up to 4084. Maybe by the end of the market, this thing might rally really hard. It might break through 4084, and then it will do what it always does when the market is closed, make big moves, meaning I could have taken the swing after all. So there we go. So yeah, this is gonna be my last video. I'm just beyond fed up. I said I should wait till later in the day to trade. This is later in the day. There it goes. Formed a demand. Wouldn't really call this much of a retest, and off it goes. Okay, again, I'm not opening Thinkorswim. I just don't feel like bothering, but it looks like we made it right to this level I have here on 403. It could be a complete coincidence. I don't remember what prompted me to put this level here. We started forming a supply, but it's already turning back around, and no doubt by the end of the day, this is going to make its way back up to 384. The call option that I got into, the Friday option, reached as high as $44, I think. So instead of losing $10 there, I would have been in profits instead right now. Had I never even touched the put, that would have been even better. But I didn't think 4060 would hold. I was wrong. And I realize now that I took my put right about just above 4060. And the worst time to take a put would be right above support, right? So, yeah. I'm just so done. If I continue losing, no, when I continue to lose more money, which will be soon, I'm sure, maybe tomorrow I'll lose another 20, I'll be back at $30, meaning I would have successfully lost the entire 250 that I put in my account like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I'm on my way.